You ever feel like you're surrounded by people, but somehow you're still alone? Not alone physically, alone in a way that actually hurts. Alone in the sense that nobody really knows what's going on inside of you, inside of your head, and nobody even thinks to ask. And the worst part, you don't even blame them. You because it's not like you look broken. You don't walk around holding your stomach or crying in public. You smile, you talk, and you function well in society. So people assume that you're fine. They assume that you're strong, that they assume that you've got things figured out. Meanwhile, you're carrying pain that would humble a grown ass man like me. Pain that makes simple things feel like challenges. Pain that forces you to move differently, think differently, and live differently. And that's the part that eats you from the inside. Not the disease, not the diagnosis, not the physical pain, but the loneliness that come with it. And when I got diagnosed with my Crohn's illness, it felt like someone handed me a life sentence. Not a dramatic one, but a silent one, the kind that nobody else can see. And that's the thing about invisible illnesses or pain. They don't just hurt your body, they isolate you. Because how do you explain to someone that you wake up already tired? How do you tell someone that eating food, something normal, can feel like a gamble? How do you talk about your pain you've normalized so much that you don't even know how to describe it anymore? People say, I'm here for you. But you learn quickly that most people are only here for the version of you that isn't struggling. The version that laughs, that jokes, that talks. Not the version that wakes up at 3 a.m. holding your stomach. Not the version that can't eat without thinking about the consequences. Not the version that cancels plans because your body just said, nah, bro, not today. And you start to keep it all in. You start hiding it because explaining yourself feels exhausting. You start saying, I'm good, because being honest feels like a burden. You start isolating yourself because you'd rather be alone with your pain than around people who won't even understand it. And that's when it hits the hardest. When you're alone in your room, no distraction, no TikTok, no doom scrolling, no noise, just you and the reality of what you're living with. That's when everything you've been ignoring comes rushing in. The fear, the frustration, the grief of losing the version of you that had existed before the diagnosis or before the pain or before the loneliness. The anger that your body betrayed you. The sadness that life isn't as simple as it used to be. We're not the kids we used to be. Shout out Frank Ocean. People say your health is everything, but nobody tells you what is it like when your health becomes the thing you can't trust. I had to learn how to live in a body I didn't recognize. I had to learn how to live with the uncertainty. I had to learn that some days I'm fine and some days I'm a prisoner in my own skin. It's normal. And all of that, all of it makes me made me feel so alone. Like I was trapped in something nobody else could feel. Like the world kept moving forward while I was just stuck trying to fix something that can't be fixed. Like I was moving backwards while the world was moving forward. But here's the thing, and I can say this with honesty, not motivation, and just to be as real as possible. When you live with the pain long enough, you start to see life differently. You start to appreciate silence. You start to appreciate small moments, the days with no flare ups, the nights where with real sleep, the hours where your body almost feels normal, the days where you can actually laugh without faking it, the days when you can actually smile without faking your smile. And even though I'll never say I'm grateful for my disease, I will say this: it showed me how deeply you can feel things. It showed me who's really there for me, who's actually there for me. It showed me strength isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the strength to get up on the days you don't want to. it's the strength to keep living even when you feel like you're invisible. And maybe the hardest truth of it all, even when even when you feel so alone, you're not as alone as you think. There are people who feel the exact same pain, people who put on the same smile, people who fight the same silent battles you're going through, people who also feel like they're screaming inside a soundproof room. And listen, if nobody told you this today, I got you. I see you. Not the mask, not the I'm okay. I see you, the real you, the you that's hurting, the you that's tired, the you that feels so alone in this world. And maybe that doesn't fix anything, but sometimes being seen, even for a moment, makes that loneliness feel a little less heavy. And trust me, I know how that feels. So, whatever it is you're going through, you're not alone. You matter. And I see you. I always will. And sometimes you just need to hear it. So, if you need to hear it, here we go. And also, don't forget, stay real.